Hey guys, this is Josh Farley back with another video. And in this video, I just wanted to make a new video updating the T-Mobile 5G home internet data cap. I actually talked about this on my channel not long ago. I made a video about a week or so ago on this. I can actually show you guys on my channel here. Let me actually go down to the videos here. And then it says right here, T-Mobile adds a 1.2 terabyte data cap to T-Mobile 5G home internet customers. So I actually want to clear up this, this data cap. It's not actually a data cap. What I actually wanted to talk about was, this is actually deprioritization instead of a data cap. So I actually, should have been more, in the detail about this. In other words, so this is kind of like a clear up video, that I'm making, because somebody actually commented on my video on the data cap, and I, they said to me, well, it's not actually a data cap because a data cap actually cuts off your data after you use a certain amount, and this doesn't actually do that. So let's actually get this cleared up. So a data cap, like I just said, a data cap is after you go past a certain amount, they cut off your data and you have to either pay more to get your data back on, or you have to wait until the next billing cycle. And that's not the way this is, that's not the way this works. I also have data prioritization, it's hard to say that, deprioritization, on my T-Mobile cell phone as well. I also have a plan with that, where I get deprioritized after I use 50 gigabytes of data. But I've never actually used 50 gigabytes of data. I actually only use around like 5 or 10. Most of the time, not even that. Most of the time, I average like around 3, 4, maybe 5 gigabytes of data a month. I don't, I'm not a heavy data user. I'm just not a heavy data user on my cell data. I like to try to keep it, as low as possible, because I use, the internet at my house, the Wi-Fi. I use Wi-Fi at work, and I use Wi-Fi wherever I can, with a VPN, obviously, at work and wherever else I'm at, whether it be the store, the mall, a bank, wherever I'm at, I use a VPN, and I definitely recommend, using one, if you're going to, try to, save cellular data, and use Wi-Fi, any public Wi-Fi, I recommend using a VPN on, and definitely not using any banking apps or anything, when you're on, public Wi-Fi. Even when using a VPN, I wouldn't really recommend that. But anyway, that's basically how it works, guys. That's basically how it works with the T-Mobile 5G home internet as well. With my plan, I actually have the Essential Savers plan, for T-Mobile, with my cell phone plan. So I use that, and I get 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. So that's prioritized data. So deprioritized basically means after I go over that 50 gigabytes, and this is a maybe, you may notice slowdowns. It says you may notice slowdowns. So that's if the tower is congested, or if you're somewhere where there's a lot of people, using the same towers, something like that. So it says may. So I've never gone over 50 gigabytes, like I said, so I don't have to worry about that, because I'm on Wi-Fi most of the time, whether it be at home, at work, wherever I'm at, the bank, wherever I'm at, I use Wi-Fi, if there's Wi-Fi available. So, I don't have to worry about that. And that's the way I like it. I don't, want to, use all my data and then think, oh, if I use all my 50 gigabytes of data, then I'll be slowed down. But I've never done that. So for the T-Mobile 5G home internet, it's basically the same way. But me and my mom actually have went over this 1.2 terabyte data deprioritization. So, I haven't noticed the slowdown. And the thing is, it actually says down here, if you read right here, as of January 18th, 2024, it says new T-Mobile home internet customers who exceed 1.2 terabyte of data usage for the current billing cycle will be prioritized last on the network. So this is not for the older customers as of making this video, as of right now. Somebody actually did comment on my channel and they told me that older customers are affected as well, but I haven't seen that. I haven't seen, the speeds be slower or anything. I haven't seen anything like that, so I'm just going to go with what I've been reading, online. And the Nader Tater on his YouTube channel is also that as of January 18th. So if you signed up before January 18th, 2024, and after that, then the new T-Mobile home internet customers who exceed 1.2 terabyte of data will be prioritized or deprioritized. So, I'm going with that right now because it still says that we have the truly unlimited data plan in our plan. So I'm not really worried about it right now. But there are some things that I have done to help with this. In case they do deprioritize us eventually. Actually, what I did was I actually set my cameras, because I've said this in my other videos. I set our security cameras to 720p instead of 1080p to kind of help with the data, not using as much data, because we actually monitor them 24/7 using a Fire Stick, Amazon Fire Stick 4K. I actually have that hooked up to a 1080p TV in our dining room, and we have that on 24/7. So I set that to 720p to help conserve, not only conserve some speed, on the Wi-Fi network itself, but also, to help with, if they would deprioritize us, it would, help not use as much data. And then also, I have some Google Home stuff. I have some Google Nest Hubs. I actually have two of them, and I actually set those to the data saver. And you can also set it's like a slideshow, like a wallpaper slideshow. And I'm a big sports fan, so I have sports and stuff like Philadelphia sports on there that I have go across the screen. And I also set that to the lowest time possible, to help save some data, in case they would deprioritize us sometime. But so I basically wanted to get this video out there to clear this up, to let you guys know that it's not a data cap. It's a data deprioritization instead of a data cap, because a data cap is basically, if you use all that data, a certain amount of data, like say 5 gigabytes or something, if you use 5 gigabytes, then you're going to have to pay, to get it back on, or you're going to have to wait until your next month to get 5 gigabytes back of data. That's just an example. But for me, and my mom, it's not going to be, anything like that. It's not going to be anything like that for anybody else either. So if you go over the 1.2 terabytes with the T-Mobile 5G home internet, you're just going to notice slower speeds. And it's not, possible in all areas. It's like I said in my other videos, it doesn't, affect all areas. It says may, and it's the same thing with my phone. Like if I go over 50 gigabytes, which I'm never going to do probably, that's a lot of data to go over for just myself, on my phone, and like I said, I, have Wi-Fi at home, I have Wi-Fi at work, I have Wi-Fi at my bank, I have Wi-Fi, at the stores, dollar stores, Dollar General, stuff like that, and I take advantage of that, but I also use a VPN, so I also, I'm safety conscious with that kind of stuff too, and I don't go on any banking apps or anything, with, on other networks. I don't recommend doing that, on public, Wi-Fi networks. I don't even recommend, going on stuff like that using a VPN, on private networks. I don't really care, how, good the VPN is. I just wouldn't risk that unless it's an absolute emergency or something. But that's another video. But so anyway, yeah, I just wanted to clear this up and let you guys know, it's not a data cap. It's a data, deprioritization. And like I said, you're not going to always notice slowdowns. Like for me and my mom, we live in a rural area. We only have like 2 cell phone towers near us, and not everybody around here actually has T-Mobile for their service. A lot of people, my sister actually has Verizon, and her boyfriend, they have Verizon. My mom, she has Mobile. She has T-Mobile. That's basically an MVNO of T-Mobile, just a lower, spectrum. It's a MVNO, like a smaller carrier, but it still uses the same, towers, T-Mobile towers. And, not everybody's going to have T-Mobile in your area, so it just depends on how many people have T-Mobile in your area, how many people are prioritized over you, stuff like that, like I said, we only have like two towers, close to us, so I don't think, that we're going to really notice, much deprioritization. I haven't noticed anything like that, so I still think we have the truly unlimited plan. But even after that, if they do decide to give us, the cap eventually, the, data deprioritization, I shouldn't call it a cap. I don't know why I keep calling it that, because it's not a data cap. That's basically the video that I'm, trying to, let you guys know about. So it's not a data cap, like I said, just keep that in mind, that you might notice slowdowns and you might not, it's just, it's based on, how many people are around and how many towers, if the tower is congested, it just depends on a whole different, a whole mess of a lot of things, it just depends on, different things, but for us, our speeds are pretty consistent, we get like 300, 350, sometimes 400, so, I'm not really that worried about it, even if they would, deprioritize us, I'm not, really that worried about it, I'll probably still keep it, even if they do, switch us from the, truly unlimited, to the 1.2 terabyte, deprioritization, and, honestly, me and my mom do go over the 1.2 terabyte, so, I mean, if they do deprioritize us, I'm not going to be that worried about it, like I said, we live in a rural area, and our speeds are pretty consistent, throughout the day. I've done, numerous tests. I have videos on my channel, showing, numerous tests, speed tests, and our speeds, stay consistent pretty much throughout the whole day, no matter what time it is. So, I'm not, really that worried about it. But for you guys, I just wanted to clear this up. And, if you want to check out those other videos, on my channel, I have those videos on my channel, speed tests, and other videos talking about, T-Mobile 5G home internet as well. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, I just wanted to get this video out there. Like I said, I just wanted to clear this up. It's not a data cap. It's just data deprioritization, basically like all carriers are doing, there's not, really any way of getting away from it, unfortunately, that's the world we live in. It's greed, it's just, it is what it is. I mean, there's not really anything you can do about it. Sure, we could go back to Comcast or Xfinity, but, they also have a data cap too with their home internet. So, there's not, there's not really any way of getting around it, not data cap, data, deprioritization, they do the same thing, you might notice slower speeds if you go past a certain amount, but it is what it is, guys. I mean, like I said, we're going to still keep them, so I just wanted to get this video out there, to let you guys know, about this and, clear it up a little bit better, so, people don't, get confused. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.